Just south of the bustling metropolis of Miami lies a national park defined not by mountains or forests, but by water. Biscayne National Park is remarkable. It's 95% liquid, a sprawling expanse of bay and ocean. It protects shimmering turquoise waters, mangrove-fringed shorelines, coral limestone islands, and offshore barrier reefs. It's a place where you need a boat to truly explore its heart, offering a glimpse into ecosystems rarely found together, teeming with life both above and below the surface. Human history here stretches back thousands of years. As early as 10,000 years ago, people lived along this coastal edge before rising seas changed the landscape. Later, the Tequesta people made these islands and shores their home. They lived off the abundant marine life until the arrival of the Spanish in the 16th century. But the relationship with the water wasn't always harmonious. These waters were part of busy shipping lanes, and storms were a constant threat. Over 40 documented shipwrecks litter the seabed within the park's boundaries. They date from Spanish colonial times through the 20th century. These wrecks are silent witnesses to maritime history and peril. The islands, or keys, also saw brief attempts at permanent settlement. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, hardy individuals tried farming crops like key limes and pineapples on the rocky terrain. The story of Israel Lafayette Jones, an African-American property manager, is notable. He purchased land on Porgy Key and Old Rhodes Key in the late 1800s. He established plantations that, for a time, were significant lime producers. His sons, Lancelot and Arthur, would continue to live on the Keys, adapting their livelihoods as times changed, eventually becoming renowned fishing guides. The Keys also became a secluded playground for the wealthy. Carl G. Fisher, the developer behind much of Miami Beach, bought Adams Key in 1916. He opened the exclusive Cocolobo Cay Club. He hosted prominent figures, including Presidents Warren G. Harding and Herbert Hoover. Later owned by yachtsman Garfield Wood and Miami banker Bebe Rebozo, a friend of President Nixon, the club saw many powerful visitors. Nearby, industrialist Mark C. Honeywell purchased Boca Chica Key, creating an elaborate private retreat featuring a mock lighthouse, a unique structure that remains a quirky landmark today. Perhaps one of the most eccentric chapters belongs to Stiltsville. Beginning in the 1930s, a small community of shacks rose on pilings in the shallow bay. Legend says it started with Crawfish Eddie Walker, who built a shack on the water, and its remoteness made it ideal for activities like gambling and selling alcohol during Prohibition. At its height in the 1960s, 27 structures formed this unique offshore village. While storms and fires reduced their number, a few still stand, preserved today within the park boundaries, a testament to a truly unconventional way of life. The Keys held secrets in the 20th century, too. During the Cold War, the future park area, particularly Elliott Key, was reportedly used as a training ground for Cuban exiles. They were preparing for missions into Fidel Castro's Cuba, including operations related to the Bay of Pigs invasion in the early 1960s. The quiet islands, seemingly isolated, were briefly part of international intrigue. Even Venezuela's exiled President Marcos Pérez Jiménez resided on Soldier Key until his extradition in 1963. This added another layer of unexpected history to the landscape. This natural and historical richness was almost lost to large-scale development. In the 1960s, proposals included building a massive deepwater seaport, a refinery, and even extending highways across the Keys to rival Miami Beach. Landowners on Elliott Key incorporated as the City of Islandia to push for development. Environmentalists and concerned citizens rallied against these plans, advocating instead for protection. In a dramatic protest, landowners bulldozed a wide swath down Elliott Key, hoping to make it undesirable for preservation. But the movement succeeded. The area was first designated a national monument in 1968. It was eventually expanded and became Biscayne National Park in 1980. The Spite Highway path remains, now a hiking trail reclaimed by nature. Today, the park is a critical sanctuary for threatened and endangered species. Loggerhead sea turtles lay their eggs on island beaches, a vital nesting ground. The Keys are a habitat for the critically endangered Schaus swallowtail butterfly. One island harbors what may be the world's largest known population of the semaphore prickly pear cactus, a species teetering on the brink. The warm waters near the Turkey Point power plant's cooling canals have unexpectedly created a nursery for threatened American crocodiles, many of which find their way into the park's waters. Underwater, the park protects the northern reaches of the Florida Reef. This vibrant ecosystem supports hundreds of fish species, soft and hard corals, sponges, and marine mammals like manatees and bottlenose dolphins. For those who venture below the surface, the park offers the Maritime Heritage Trail. This is the only underwater archaeological trail in the NPS system. It guides divers and snorkelers to historic shipwrecks, including the wrecks of the Mandalay and the Aratunap Car, offering a literal dive into the region's past. Yet, like many coastal parks, Biscayne faces significant challenges. While adapted to tropical storms, powerful hurricanes like Andrew in 1992 can impact both ecosystems and infrastructure. The most pressing threat is rising sea levels. Projections show significant inundation of the low-lying islands and mangrove coastlines in the coming decades and centuries. The future of this mostly water park depends on preserving its delicate balance against the forces of a changing climate and continued human impact.